What's up, guys? I am John from TLTG.
And I'm Dan Koo from Evil Greg Productions.
And today, our guest of honor is Matthew Alzamora from FITZ Films. What's up, Matt?
Not much. I'm just glad to be back into the movie business.
Awesome, awesome. So, it's been a while. It's been, how long has it been since Cold Humor?
Almost 3 to 4 years now.
Yes, it has been a very long time. In case, for those of you who don't know, we'll put the link in the bottom.
B-movie Jersey has never been so good.
That's correct. We'll put the link in the bottom. Cold Humor was actually a high school art project thing that me and Matt did back in high school together. It's just a very, at its most basic, it's a fan film. Like, me and Matt were huge Batman fans. I played the Joker, he played the Dark Knight himself, and I mean, check it out in the bottom, you know, give feedback. But anyway, what's on the slate, Matt? What do you got coming up for us?
Well, I've just recently reestablished FITZ Films. Now it's FITZ Films 2.0.
All right.
And I'm hoping to get back into the net of things. I mean, ever since you, John, came back to me and just like, hey, I'm working on your mini-series.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I might as well work on something. And you as well, Dan. Like, I saw your work with the Mario series, and I really enjoyed it. And I said to myself, like,
I have come into my own.
I know it's been long since our first attempts. I mean, I still have footage from our old scenes, and
well, the reason is I'm too stupid to quit. So yeah.
Well, it wasn't my intention to quit originally. Like, I was going into college.
Oh no, I didn't mean anything.
Oh no, I'm just going off of what you said.
Yeah.
But FITZ Films kind of took a break. I mean, I attempted to try to make another Batman film a while back, but it just never came to be. Like, we even have a preview of what we wanted to do.
Yes, it was Fire Hazard, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
That was his video, but our older video from when I was still in college, the Batman Farewell.
Do we have, is that the beating one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There will be a link to that one as well.
Yes.
Because that's actually when we tried to reprise John as the Joker. But recently we've just tried to reestablish ourselves.
I can see John as more of a New Age Terry McGinnis actually these days.
Woo!
Thank you. That's actually
it's funny you should mention that because
yes,
that was one of our older plans too, because the sad part about it all was
these guys are the perfect opposite, like Joker Batman.
Give it up.
Explain to them what I think you guys mean as well.
Well, back in high school, as soon as we were done with Cold Humor, I actually came up with the idea of a brand new rebooted Batman Beyond movie, if you will, but it was going to be in different segments, almost similar to how Dan is doing the Super Mario Brothers thing.
Yes.
It would be one actual, like, not feature length, but it would be one whole giant movie, but it would be separated into like parts.
Yes.
Exactly. And I would be playing a Terry McGinnis, and I completely wrote the script right off the top of my head. I mean, as a kid, like, obviously I was huge into the Batman animated series. And when Batman Beyond came out, I thought it was like so cool, like how they took the Batman mythos and they just kind of like turned it on its head, but it still worked. Like, it still really worked. Because obviously Bruce Wayne is still in there, so it kind of has that nice feel to it. But what we're going to do is just kind of revamp it, make it more modern. Like, for those of you who don't know, Batman Beyond was a futuristic Batman with Bruce Wayne. He's given up the mantle, like, he's an old man. He's like this rich, lonely guy. He has no one. And then Terry McGinnis, this, you know, like punk kid from high school, kind of just, you know, long story short, he ends up becoming the new Batman, and that's kind of what we were trying to get into. And we have, I mean, I think you probably still have that long-ass piece of yellow paper. I came up with all the ideas, like, in 5 minutes. And
I'll never forget, I was in Florida at the time, and I had this blue-black book that I kept all my notes in from my very first Batman project. And since then, I hung on to it. And then all of a sudden, I asked John, like, what do you want us to do? Because I want to have this as soon as possible. Because with vacation being as crazy as it was, I want to have everything ready as school started again. And next thing I know, I have, like, 5 long-ass text messages of this whole synopsis. And I'm like, gotta write this down.
It's kind of one of those things, like, hey, John, you have any ideas? 5 text later, it's like, bitch, I was just wanting like 2 sentences. Like,
exactly.
5 texts. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, so.
It was crazy, but like, as most of our projects wound up going down the crapper, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously you went away to school. You did what you had to do, you know. But
yeah.
Now, it's summertime, back to work. For
Exactly.
both of us, all three of us, rather.
Yeah. But for most part, I will let YouTubers know that Batman will return. That's as much as I can give you now because that's as much as I know.
Yes.
But yeah, I can surely guarantee you that the Dark Knight will return again. Sorry.
No, continue.
It's funny because just as Nolan's ending his series, I'm beginning mine. Which, in all honesty, it was the Dark Knight that actually got us back into it.
That's right. Now, one last question, and then I'm gonna take Dan.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Dan take the reign. I do have a question. I'm sure people that have watched Cold Humor are curious. For your next project, is it going to be more of an original idea like Cold Humor, or are you going to adapt certain like graphic novel point? Like, I'm sure people out there, like, they saw what we did. I'm sure they'd like to see like maybe Killing Joke or maybe even Long Halloween. I mean, what are your ideas?
Like I said, I was considering it. I've actually between a lot of people, I've talked to them and see which way they want to take it. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's still up in the air, but an interpretation of a comic does seem like the best thing to do right now because
like an easier way, like almost a natural way to go.
Pretty much, because one, I already have the story in my hands. All I have to do is touch it up and make sure I have everything.
Make it almost like adaptable to film.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I mean, but if something comes into the clear and we want to try something independent again, we can try it again. But the best way to do it that at least a fan can appeal to is doing comic adaptation.
Cool, awesome, and I'm sure we're all stoked for that. Dan?
Right, well my question is, what characters do you think that you're going to want to bring into this new miniseries idea? Are you going to try to do something that maybe you think that you were maybe too afraid to try way back when, that you think that maybe now you have the, sort of like the metal to overcome, something to that end? What are you sort of like planning along the lines of characters, or what would you like to see?
Like you're kind of more in the game now, so maybe his options are like more open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do before, like even beforehand, back when we started doing the old films, like the reason we did Joker first was because Dark Knight came out and everyone was so stoked about it and everyone wanted to see it, and we had the perfect opportunity, and John, you were the perfect candidate for it ever since Halloween.
Thank you.
But and even with your series, we tried to
fucking dog hair all over. God damn.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Ace the Bat Hound, you son of a bitch. No,
we had a little run-in with my puppy Jackie earlier, and I am being told that we have a low battery, so let's get it moving.
Okay. Anyway, we had the Firefly fire hazard scene, and I wanted to add it because no one really knows about him.
Well, nobody knows much.
Yeah, exactly. So I would like to adapt newer characters into it, and recently with DC's New 52, they've just introduced a whole mess of new characters, including the Court of Owls, which I've actually grown a liking to. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go that route, but I mean, there's a multitude of stuff in John.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here. I'm twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'll write that.
But yeah, there's a whole list of barrage stuff, and I'm not only just working on filming, but I'm also into I want to assist both of your film companies, and like I said, I haven't done any editing in so long. I really need like my hands on something.
Everything is possible through YouTube.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you, YouTube. Now I do have one question.
Yes.
How'd you enjoy the Avengers?
Oh, it was amazing, and I'm not even a Marvel fan, and I really enjoyed that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, Loki's pissing me off. God damn it, Loki, leave the dog alone! Son of a bitch! God, Odin's gonna hear about this.
If it's all the same to you,
No! Humans are so petty. Alright.
Hit him with the man hammer.
Sorry, that's
It's
my...
Mjolnir's son. God damn it.
Mjolnir's son.
Kid needs to be potty.
Yeah, it's Mjolnir's son, Billy. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Dad!
No problem, son. Daddy's working here, alright? Mom.
Google Gaga hammer.
No, you stop. But no, you don't put that in your mouth. Didn't you see that infomercial from '93? Don't put it in your mouth.
Don't you put it in your mouth.
Here comes the hammer!
Oh, this went really off trail.
Very off trail. But since we do have low battery, again, I am John from TLTG. We don't have a production company name yet. So that was me shitting my pants in anticipation, in case you heard that.
And I am Danny Koo from Evil Grade Productions.
And we want to thank Matthew Alzamora from FITZ Films for pretty much doing what he does best, and that is being the Dark Knight.
I am the Knight.
We'll see you.
We'll see you guys on YouTube. Now press the goddamn button.
Mario's Golden Axe!
That was not the